Today I'm going to show you how to find your reports in your Xero software. So there's other videos available and other guidance where I look at what information you're actually getting from your reports, what you're looking for, what you can glean from them, and what reports you should be pulling and when. But today it's going to be simply where do we find the reports and how do we generate them. So I'm going to show you how to generate some basic reports that you should be looking at all of on a regular basis, which is your profit and loss, your balance sheet, your aged debtors, which is what your customers owe you, and your aged creditors, which is what you owe to your suppliers. So into the Xero dashboard, and this is the landing page that you'll be familiar with. If you look within the accounting tab, you can see already that we've got our favourite reports here, which is just a handy function that Xero have so that you don't have to go right into the reports menu and seek out every time for reports that you're looking at regularly. So as you can see, the ones that I mentioned are already in the favourites, but I'm just going to show you the full reports menu, because although we're only looking at those ones today, you can see there's a whole lot of information that's available to you. So to generate the report, simply click on it, and that will then load up the screen where you can actually choose along the top. You can determine and tell your software which period that you're looking to generate the report for. So it's set for the current financial year. We might want to look back at the previous financial year, for example. And we'll click that. There we go. We also have the option to compare with previous periods, and we would just select how many periods that we would want to do that for. And then once we've entered our criteria, select update, and that will generate the report for you. And then you can see the profit and loss just as we would expect. And down here, if you click on the export function, you have the option to export that specific report into PDF, Excel, or Google Sheets. That enables you to save the reports if you want to look back at them. Or Excel is quite handy if you want to make notes on the report or use the data and manipulate it to use it for other things within your business. That can be quite handy too. So I'm just going to use the favourites this time to show you to get to the balance sheet. So again, we just click on the report that we're looking for, choose our criteria, select a comparison period if we so wish, and then update to get the report generated. And again, a balance sheet exactly as we would expect, and we can again export that if we so wish to do. So back to the report menu then. So we're going to look at our debtors. So that is going to be within our sales. So you can see that we've got aged receivables summary. So receivables is our debtors or our customers outstanding, whichever you want to call them. It's all the same, all means the same thing. So that will show you a summary of what you are owed in total per each customer. The detail will actually show you a breakdown of how those balances are arisen. And just a quick function, a quick sort of tip that I want to show you is if you put a star next to the report that you use regularly, you can see then that will pop it into your favourites menu, so you don't have to keep going through the menu each time. So if we click into the receivables detailed report, then you can see that this shows at this point in time, we can change the dates, the criteria as we did in the previous reports and update it. But at the current point in time, who owes you what and how those invoices are broken down. So you can actually use this to prioritize your credit control to make sure that you're really keeping on top of those outstanding monies and getting your customers to pay you to the terms that you've agreed with them. And just another handy tip, if you're looking at the data on the screen and you haven't exported it to PDF or CSV, you can just click on the invoice and that will take you to the actual invoice that the customer's outstanding. Just to mention as well, and if we go back, it will just take us back to where we were. It's quite handy with your receivables report to export that into a CSV and use that CSV file then to make notes on your customers as to what you've agreed, when you've contacted them, how you've contacted them, if you've come to some arrangement for payment, or if they've given you an estimated date of when they expect you to pay. And then you can make notes just to really sort of streamline and keep things smooth. So on our age payables, then let's just look at the summary report and look what that looks like, because obviously the receivables and the payables, the information and the presentation is similar. It's just in one we're looking at your customers that owe you money, and in the other we're looking at your suppliers that you owe money to. So this is a summary report, and as I mentioned earlier, that is simply showing us per your suppliers how much you owe them in total. And if you don't want to use the detailed report, but there's the odd one that you might want to look, so for example, this one's got one that's a little bit older, so we might want to drill down, and we just do that by sort of clicking on the figure, and then it will show you the breakdown, and you can see, oh yes, look, that's that invoice. Oh, I agreed that they could pay that with this one, or I don't know why they've not paid, so I need to get on and get that paid, sorry. So hopefully that's of some use to you, and that just shows you where to access your reports in your Xero software. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.